Okay, so hello, so welcome guys. So we're going to run a ride session today. So we've got Bill, Amy and Andrew. So welcome guys, we're just going to do a quick road ride session in sort of the Tour de France spirit. So here's what we're going to look at today. We just want to take you guys for a road ride and correct some of the skills and things that we do when we ride, and we're going to do it out there on the street. So quick introduction, we've got a 50 to 60 kilometre course that myself and Dan have mapped out this morning. So just turn that on yourself, Dan, just get yourself on the camera there. There's Dan. So basically, I just want to talk quickly about heart rates. Dan just wants to talk quickly about the skills, and then we'll be off. So very quickly, just up until now, what we've probably done with our heart rate training is we've worked on our max heart rate. There's this research on carbon and heart rate zones which take into account sort of a resting heart rate. So up until now, we've done our heart rate zones based on our max heart rate. What we want to try and do now is sort of incorporate our resting heart rate to give a bit more of an accurate description of where our zones lie. So I've just calculated Bill. So this is Bill here in the blue shirt. Bill's not the fittest guy on the planet. He's 40 years old. He's got a max heart rate of 188. That's not too bad because normally it's 220 minus your age. So you do have some fitness. Resting heart rate of 60. Could be a little lower, Bill. Based on your zones, Bill, using the three energy systems, the ATP, lactic and aerobic, I've drawn a line here where lactic acid gets produced. So lactic acid, for the layman, it's just the things that make our legs feel really heavy. It tends to slow us down quite a bit. When we're doing sort of short 100 metre, 200 metre sprints, we're right up here in this ATP zone. Very quick, very sharp sprints. But if we're doing a distance sort of thing like a marathon, we want to sit slightly below that. That's the sweet spot there. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to give Bill this heart rate monitor. And Bill's going to wear this today, and we're going to track Bill's heart rate monitor in real time on this watching heart rate. So I'll give you that. Just hold on to that for a second, Bill. And what we want to do is trying to get Bill over the 2 hours. We probably want to try and get Bill in this aerobic zone, but pushing up towards this top end. This is sort of your fat burning zone. This is where fat becomes a primary fuel source. We want to try and get your heart rates, Bill, in this zone here, this 149 to 162. Now, granted, we're going to have probably some muscular endurance is going to come into it, which means we're going to have to drop down here and stick in that zone for a bit. But we want to try and get Bill sort of in this area here. Obviously, hills, Bill, you're going to end up here. But Dan will talk more about hills and what we want to do there. So today's objective is mainly to get Bill training in the right zone to get his energy systems working and develop those energy systems that we want to develop. So that's my objective today. I'll hand over to Dan because he's going to talk.
Thanks, Michael, on the heart rates. So now we're going to talk about the cadence. So
hang on a sec.
Oh, hang on.
Just
Is that MH730?
Okay.
Thanks, Michael. Oh, hang on. Thanks, Michael, on heart rates. So today's objective when we're riding is getting a high cadence. So we're spinning our legs from 90 to 100. Any less, we're not getting any purchase on our pedals, so we're not going anywhere. Any higher, it's just not very effective. With cornering, we're making sure our body weight is leaning into the corner, and our peg is up on the outer side rather than on the inside. The pedaling is in slow, like in a fluid motion, like instead of like boom boom, it's like a circle, so it's nice and easy. Keeping an aero position. It's pretty windy out there today, so keeping a nice aero position, getting the most effective like strokes in our pedals, and that's it.
Okay, guys, let's mount up and get going, hey?
Yeah.
Okay, so here we are. We're about 20 k's, 25 k's in, and here comes Bill, and he's maintaining that zone 3 heart rate. That's good heart rate, Bill. Well done, mate. Well done. That's good. So on we go. On we go. So here I am with Bill. We're about 35, 40 k's through the ride. Bill, how's your heart rate on your Garmin there?
It's pretty good.
Still in the right now. Have you kept below your lactic threshold there? You're in your aerobic zone. Okay, now you shouldn't feel too tired in the legs.
Feeling good.
Okay, good. So that means that we're in that fat burning zone. I've kept an eye on pace and speed. It looks like we haven't dropped below into the recovery zone. So we're just trying to maintain that zone 2, 3 as per the carbonated method. So we're going to head back to Tobruk now. So let's go. It's good. Zone 2, zone 3 aerobic work. Phil's doing very well. He's up out of the saddle a bit, so he's not maintaining aero position, but he's not pushing that hard either. So I'm guessing he's just sitting in that comfortable zone 2 fat burning area, which is what we want in a long ride, sort of 55-kilometre ride. We just want him to be working. He's got a bit of a sore knee. So again, we don't want to get up into zone 4, zone 5. We want to protect that knee a bit. It's a bit of a windy day, so he's working hard. So we'll just keep our eye on him, keep maintaining this pace, and he should be good. And the other guys are up ahead. They're at different heart rates, obviously. They've got different heart rates to Bill, and their zones are different. So everyone's operating in their comfort, in their zone 2, 3 sort of aerobic comfort area. Not comfort, I guess, because that's recovery, but he's doing very well. Feel alright? Keeping in that zone 2, 3 aerobic area. You're a bit high. You're not really down on your drops much, Bill. I've noticed that. You know that's going to make you work harder.
Maybe you can go in front. If you're a good coach, you would.
Nah, I'm not going to let you draft me today, Bill. You can do the work, mate. Good on you, Bill.
That was a great ride. We've done about 45 Ks to 50 Ks.
Yeah, a bit over.
And yeah.
Did 52.
52, okay,
Yeah.
there you go. I'm not very good at maths. So Amy, how did you find that with like those skills we talked about before we rode?
Good. I just tried to stick with what you said.
Yeah.
Stuck between 90 to 100 with
Yeah.
my cadence.
And how did you find the aero position with the wind? Did you find it good getting really low on your bike?
Yeah. Well, I was drafting off you at the same time, so yeah, it was good, comfortable.
Yeah. So
Thanks.
practicing inclusivity there with
Yeah.
you behind me. Yeah.
Bit of a team.
Yeah. And how did you find it? How did you find?
It's happened to you again, mate. 2 hours later. 2 hours later. What are the chances?
How did you find the hills? Like you were sitting down on your seat, like going through the gears. You
Yeah,
find
that's
it.
right. Yep.
Yeah,
Just
that's
working
good.
on that power.
It's all about power, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chain ring.
Awesome.
Absolutely. How did you go, Michael? How did you find it?
Yeah, I was good. Now, I was getting blown around a bit on my, when I was on the aero bars and stuff.
You've got to really use your core as well. You've got to use your core muscles.
Because I found that down on my drops there, I was not getting blown around as
Yeah.
much, but I'm not sure.
You've probably got to work on your core strength as well, which is really important.
It's maintaining that aero position, I guess, and ascending. I found myself out of the saddle, so I'm not sure. Was I using more?
You were probably using more energy. Your bike was moving from side to side rather than in a fluid
felt
motion.
Like my whole body was being engaged when I was doing that, which probably doesn't really conserve energy, but
No.
I was getting up the hills okay. So
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at those calves.
all right. Well, I guess I'll grab the camera and go and interview Bill and see how he's going. Okay, so here we are. We're just back at Tobruk. We finished that ride. How are you feeling? Feeling alright? All right, you shouldn't be breathing that heavily because we were trying to keep in your aerobic fat burning zone, which was one of your goals. One of our goals today was to burn fat and utilise that aerobic system. So what I'll get you to do, Bill, is I'll get you to check your watch. Can you tell me your average heart rate for the last sort of 50-something Ks?
Now 140.
140. Okay, fantastic. So if I recall the blackboard, Bill's zone 2 was 136 to 149, and his zone 3 was 149 to 162. So that puts you in a zone 2, which for me is that fat burning zone. It's not quite up in that high sort of a stamina zone. It's more in that lower sort of zone, which is a good sort of fat burning zone to be. So we sort of hit that target rate pretty well. It's important to remember when we do this that we're not exclusively using one system. We're always using the 3 systems, but the primary source of fuel in this case was the aerobic, the fat. So even though we were targeting that, it's not to say that your lactic system and your ATP system weren't being used either, because all 3 not one of those systems are used exclusively, but primarily we use the aerobic system today. I'm glad your heart rate was at 140. That's where you want to keep it for your next couple of rides, just to build that aerobic base.
Thanks, Coach.
Maybe shed a few kilos. Not that you need to, because clearly you're a picture of fitness. So thanks a lot today. Well done. Did it
Thanks
feel?
for sitting behind me all the way. That was
Okay,
good.
yeah, no worries. I wanted you to work,
Yeah, thanks
so
for
I
that.
did that, and hopefully you won't be too sore. You shouldn't be too sore from this ride because it was in that aerobic zone.
Okay.
That was awesome.
Good work.
Fantastic. Thank you.